it is Mary. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about Schiaparelli's ready-to-wear collection Spring Summer 2026 titled Dancer in the Dark. As you guys know, the designer for this fashion house is Daniel Rosenberry, and he recently came out with a statement for his collection basically to summarize what the collection is, or at least to give us a synopsis on it. And what he has said is that recently I read that while attendance to movies has plummeted in recent years, museum attendance has skyrocketed. It made perfect sense to me. Our phones are soap houses of cheap thrills with lifespans no longer than a few hours. Now, his ready to wear collection, as you guys know, well, for those who don't know, but Schiaparelli is really, from what I have seen, a lot of their signature pieces have kind of come from realism, but also it also has come from like really beautiful structural gowns that have really amazing and innovative shapes and silhouettes, and also really beautiful color palettes as well. And I would say that this was nothing short of that. This was basically, it was very much on theme with what Schiaparelli does in recent years. It was a ready to wear collection, so it wasn't as, I would say for ready to wear, it was pretty couture. And I would also probably say that it did incorporate some of his structural pieces as well. But there were some pieces that weren't super like structural, if that makes sense. But I want to go ahead and show you guys my screen so you guys can kind of get a feel for what was going on. But this is his collection, Dancer in the Dark. He really wanted ready to wear to feel like you can dress up, look good, and you don't have to be basic with ready to wear. I mean, as you guys know, ready to wear is kind of like, not basic, but it's like everyday, day to day wear. But this really kind of felt like more like high couture. Obviously, it's for a certain audience, which I will probably say is like for celebrities, high clientele, red carpets, maybe even like fancy events and stuff like that. So obviously it's for high clientele. It's not like for everyday people like you and me. But I thought these pieces were very amazing. A lot of the colors were really like black, tans. You saw like some browns. You also saw grays, red. I saw some reds for a pop of color as well. There was some silver in there, and there was some gold also in whites for sure. Which overall, I thought the collection was pretty amazing. There were a few pieces that I was not like really a fan of, which really I would probably say are like these pieces down here per se. But I do kind of want to go into some of the fabrics, which some of the fabrics, I mean, as you can see, it seems like there was some leather used. There was some sheer fabrics also. I do see some satins and some silks in here. And I really do love the fact that he had kind of like structural elements with like strong silhouettes, but also it was mixed and matched with like flowy vibes as well. Like for example, I would say, I think a good example of that probably is this outfit that has the pants, this outfit that basically has the pants, but you can obviously tell inside with the top, it's very like there's a lot of structure going on here, and also there probably is some type of boning to make sure that it stays up and strong like that. Like you can tell that the fabric is pretty luxurious, but you can also tell that it has a strong base underneath, and the pants are really flowy, so it kind of goes with hard and soft, which I thought was really beautifully done. um I also really love this piece as well. This was gorgeous. I really love how he kind of bunches up the fabric around here to kind of like, it shows a little bit of her torso. And I kind of really love these sleeves because they're like obviously fitted, but then it's like you have this extra element where they're kind of puffed up a little bit. And I think that's a really nice touch. I'm sure that is like a low back. I can't really see the back of this, but I'm sure here it's a low back. But yeah. But yes, and even with this is kind of like business. So you can even see that some of these outfits are also for like people who have businesses. Like you can even wear this to like a business meeting or whatever the case may be. but still look very chic and kind of look innovative and unique. I love that with Schiaparelli, that a lot of their outfits, they aren't plain Jane whatsoever. Like they always have a very unique touch. Like when I first got um into Schiaparelli, what I really, really loved about them is that they kind of like had this like these couple of these unique accessory pieces where you could actually kind of see like the where like the accessories were kind of shaped in like facial features, or it would be like of toes or whatever the case may be. I do remember that I can't remember who wore it, but it was a pair of shoes that had toes, and they were like gold crusted toes on the heel. And then also you kind of saw like, ooh, this is a really good example. Let's look at this. But as you can see, you kind of see facial features, and I think that Schiaparelli is really known for that. Like, I feel like with Balmain, you kind of know some of their signatures. With Schiaparelli, this is definitely a signature for them. With Iris Van Herp, you know that with her, she definitely is always going to do something very ethereal and do something scientific that will probably move and that really flows. And it also has a lot of sheerness with Iris Van Herp, but it's not sheer where it's like you're trying to like show the body, but sheer because of the lightness of the fabric, and you want it to move in a certain way where it almost looks like water or like some type of natural element. So one thing that you can recognize with Schiaparelli is that they always have these very beautiful pieces. Even this beautiful model here, she has like this headpiece that's kind of like gold. It almost kind of looks like vines of a tree that kind of go around her ear and down her neck as well into a necklace. And then I love that you kind of incorporated the gold onto the dress as well. And then you kind of have this mix of like satin or silk with like this beautiful sheer fabric as well that goes very nicely with this. And I do actually really love the bag. I think it's unique. I really do love the bag. I can't get enough. And then even this, I just really love this. Like I feel like somebody of like an older audience definitely could wear this but still look very sexy. Like I can see Jamie Lee Curtis wearing this for sure. But that's what I love about Schiaparelli is that they kind of go for a younger audience, but also an older audience as well. Like there really is, um, like no, like I wouldn't say there's no age range. Obviously, you can't. Children wouldn't wear. I mean, but children maybe obviously children would not wear Schiaparelli, but there's a wide range of ages that could actually wear Schiaparelli because I can see this on a young person. I can also see this on an older person. Even if you didn't want this to be pants, this could be a very beautiful skirt. But I love, love, love the golden details. I mean, one thing about Schiaparelli, you know their colors are going to be like black and gold. You'll definitely always see that within their collections as well. But I do want to kind of get into some of the outfits that really weren't my favorites. I would probably say that I'm not really a huge fan of holes. Like I'm not like a huge fan of holes. I mean, obviously somebody definitely would love this outfit for sure. But I'm not a huge fan of the hole of like the holes in outfits, that type of look per se. But this was a matching top and skirt in fine heathered gray knits with an open work polka dot pattern. Um, and it had this really gorgeous leather bag that went with it as well. But some of these were very interesting. I do think that with him, he wants to kind of create these elevated looks that even if it's a ready to wear collection or if it's just day to day or whatever the case may be, he still wants these outfits to kind of look like they belong in a museum. I feel like the fact that he even kind of referenced museum versus movies is that he wants to show that like, and he also talked about phones as well. And I feel like he kind of wanted to talk about the elevation. He kind of wanted to compare like everyday life with his fashion, because this is obviously a ready to wear. You're It's not like supposed to be like super high fashion. I mean, it can be whatever a designer chooses it to be, but I think it was really beautiful that he elevated ready to wear in such a beautiful couture look, because I could see somebody wearing this top with a pair of jeans or something like that and looking very beautiful, or wearing it just as is. Like, there's a lot of pieces that you can mix and match. This is definitely ready to wear, but it's very elegant, it's very luxurious, and it's very gorgeous. And I also do want to kind of talk a little bit about some of the sheer looks. Now, some of the outfits that really weren't my favorites per se, I will probably say is like the tear. These ones that kind of like have the torn look. I mean, it is very well done. Um, I just was not like a huge fan of like the fabric kind of tearing off of the outfit. I do believe this is a skirt. At first I was like, is that pants? But no, it is a dress. It's a dress. But I do love how this kind of like looks very decorative, and it also adds support. But I was not a fan of this type of textile design for the collection. But yes, I will also say I'll probably say, I actually have a dress like this. It's from Fashion Nova, though. It is from Fashion Nova. But I actually really do love this piece. I really do love how he has kind of like done this. Apparently it's a knit fabric and it's a drawing of a woman's body. I kind of have the same outfit. I wore it when I got engaged. I had no idea I was getting engaged, and we were in Atlanta. So I was like, okay, this is a total Atlanta dress. But I actually do really love this. I do think it's really pretty. It is a little bit, I wouldn't say it's an outcast from the other looks, but it is like the only look that has like a drawing on it. Well, no, there's also this one that has a bit of a drawing. So I guess but I kind of would have maybe liked to see a little bit more, maybe like two more outfits that kind of had on this kind of drawn effect, like look 35 and look 36. I wish there was maybe a couple more like this, and maybe one that had even more drawing on it as well. But yes, I also really love this piece because this is like something you can wear like on a nice date. I love the gold detail because obviously you can tell there's some type of metal there that is being used on this fabric. I think it's really amazing how he is able to kind of mix different elements and mix fabrics with this is quite amazing. I'm just kind of like, how would you put it on there without the fabric fraying or whatever the case may be? Is it sewn on? Is it glued on? Like, I just love that, Dan Roseberry, he is such an innovative designer. That's why I really enjoy Schiaparelli's looks, and I think they're just phenomenal. I think there was also even this, I'm not like a huge fan, but I do think this is very creative because you can tell this is not fabric. You can tell this is definitely some type of material. What is this? Embroidered with golden brass brushes and a matching pencil skirt. This is nice. Very beautiful. And I love that they always have the descriptions of what the outfit is. This was also similar to the black one, but I love this because this kind of looks like tree branches. Um, but yes, gorgeous outfits from Schiaparelli. A lot of the models did have like these gemstones that were kind of like lighting up the runway as well. And I also love that with one thing with Schiaparelli is that like when they do their fashion shows, it's very much like you are in a museum because the models walk very slowly. It's not like some type of rush, and it's like you have to really sit down and embrace and take in every single outfit, and it's like you actually get to see it like up close and personal. I cannot wait to one day, inshallah, go to like one of Schiaparelli shows because it's always beautiful. I love watching them on YouTube and just seeing exactly what is going on. But this is very beautiful. I do love the fact that even though I'm not a huge fan of the sheer pants, I do love the fact that this is like This kind of like covers up like her private areas. I do love that the fabric is draped where it kind of gives extra coverage in that area, but it is really nice. And I do love the lapels here as well with the gemstones kind of shining through. I think that's very beautifully done. But yes, that was the spring summer 2026 collection, you guys, from Schiaparelli. I hope you guys really enjoyed this review from me. If you guys loved any looks or you did not like some looks, comment down below and let me know what are some things that you really enjoy from Schiaparelli shows. Is this your first time hearing from Schiaparelli? Are you looking forward to their next show? Just let me know. Let's get the chat popping in the comment section. But I love you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. And I will see you guys on the next video of Life is Mary. Bye.